Derek was able to nod his head and gulp a yes. The stranger grinned from ear to ear. Awesome. I love this game. So now, pick a number. He wiggled in his chair like a child who could not sit still in math class. This is going to be fun. 9, Derek squeaked out. It was like slow motion as his hands closed around the dice and he began to shake them. The man's female companion seemed to hold her breath as he let them go to hit the table. She swore that the music and everything within the bar became silent. The metal dice hit the tabletop and bounced around, settled down, and then came to rest. He lifted his hand up to where he could only see the dice. Well, it appears the chance is not on my side tonight. I rolled a 10. As he spoke the words, he slipped the dice back into his pocket and stood up. He threw a few dollars onto the table and looked over at Derek's female companion. This is where I would say that you could do better. That you don't deserve someone like him. Pausing as he looked her up and down. I would. But then again, I'm not into lying. He walked past her as she backed away even further from him as if she had seen a ghost. What are you? The devil? No, ma'am. Simply a vapor in the breeze. Good day. As he walked toward the door, he could hear Derek start moving again, and even though there were several explicitives coming from his refound voice, they were tainted with fear and apprehension. Michael squinted as the bright sunlight hit his eyes. It took a minute for his eyes to adjust. Anyone who was close enough to see into his eyes would have found themselves puzzled and dumbfounded. His eyes appeared to darken, as if he had built-in sunglasses. He walked over to an old black road bike and straddled it. His body tensed, not in anticipation of the revving of the engine, but in apprehension. You understand I can smell the scent of home just as much as I can smell the degenerates within the bar. It was a statement more than a question. He didn't even look up. He sat with both hands upon the handlebars of the motorcycle. You wouldn't be drinking and driving now, would you, brother? I hear it's illegal. He looked up at the silhouette that was framed in the noon sun. And do you even know how amazing a great beer even tastes? He sat upon the bike with an air of frustration mixed with disdain. Why are you here, Michael? Hey, maybe I just wanted to see my brother. Oh, shut up. You and I know good and well that we have nothing to say to each other. Still bitter, I see, Zarius. Really? He stood up and dismounted the motorcycle. I should have finished you when... When what? You know good and well that you chose to be here. Michael motioned with a sweeping grandeur around him. Zarius didn't even hesitate. He knew his brother was probably expecting it. However, he also knew that the air on Earth was heavier than on Scytlantis, and until an angel adjusted, it weighed him down. Zarius was pretty sure his brother had not been here long enough to yet adjust, and his assumption was correct. His fist contacted square upon the jaw of the Arch Council member, sending him flying backwards about 15 feet. Michael was able to catch himself and didn't actually hit the ground. He stood back, rubbing his jaw and smirking. Zarius was seething. What do you want, Michael? Either lay it out now or go back to your seat on the council. Or have they discovered the truth? Truth? You see, Zarius, that is a funny word, isn't it? Isn't the truth what we set into motion as being the truth? Michael walked toward him with the air of self-confidence that his brother wouldn't have the chance to swing again. Brother, like we both know, you wanted to be down here among these narcissistic, rat-like beings. You. I didn't force you to make the choices. You did. You're right, Michael, but I also believed in you. Something that I now see was misguided. Then again, I guess it goes back to your version of the truth. Oh, if I could get back to the council. Michael walked up and leaned on Zarius' bike. And what would you do? Nothing. Because you know that this runs deeper than just you and me. This goes beyond the ages of this planet and will continue forward even once you and this planet are gone. So what? Do you think that even if given the chance, what you have to say would be considered? He walked within inches of his brother. Do you not think that the real and factual truth wouldn't come out? Oh, and what would that be, Michael? That you fell for her beauty just as I did? You were deceived and enticed. You chose to make the choice you did because you believed in her. And in the end, she chose me. Our story has not been fully written, brother. Zarya shoved past Michael and once again straddled his bike. Why are you here anyway? I'm pretty sure it wasn't for a family reunion. Well, at least you still have some smarts in that being of yours, Michael said with sarcasm. I also don't think you have to really ask why I'm here. You knew that I'd come one day. Zarius felt his strength drained from him as he started the bike. The bike revved, and he looked straight into his sibling's eyes. It was lost centuries ago. I don't know where it is. Lying, no matter if you are fully not an eternal anymore, can still set you over into the world of the clans, brother. Well, I guess you'd know more about that than I would, wouldn't you? With that, Zarius kicked gravel into the air and didn't look back as he roared away. He knew that Michael didn't believe him. Well, fully. He also knew that if Michael wanted to, he could have stopped him, but he didn't. This meant that he was testing the waters. He had to figure out why. Why now? What would make his brother take the chance to come out of Skyttelantis and come to see him? Well, except for... Even if he did come for it, then that meant something was in the works. Michael watched his brother vanish down the road and then walked around the back of the bar and disappeared. There was still time.